Lawam, Call Aloyim Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachak Wadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. Just wanted to make a video concerning a few prophecies that are happening. And I guess more specifically, the bill, or I guess the law that may be instituted up there in Canada concerning no more speaking the Bible in public because they're going to call it a hate crime. Somewhere along that line, right? And I'm sure if you've seen it, then you're familiar with it. But I'm not going to bring it up or anything. But listen, the mentality that I have and the mentality that you all of us should have is when it happens. Not to fret, not to be caught off guard, not to be in awe of these things. We know Esau, Edom, is going to come down with great wrath because he has a very short time left to rule in his kingdom. And he's going to do, and we can expect him to do, all that he can in order to keep his kingdom. It only makes sense. So he's going to come down with a great wrath. He's going to put unruly and wicked laws in place. He's going to do his best to get us up off the streets and stop teaching what we're teaching. And when these things happen, let it be, right? When it happens, it just happens. No need to be caught off guard. No need to fret. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Whatever. We just continue to look forward to prophecy take place. So I want to start reading here in the book of Romans 13, verse 11. It says, "And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed." So being in these end days right now, the scriptures are telling us that our salvation is nearer than when we believed. Why? Because all of a sudden that day is going to come and it's going to seem like it happened out of thin air, popped up out of nowhere. And our job is to continue to watch. Now, of course, the scriptures say that no man knows the day nor the hour. However, the Lord has given us signs. He's given us signs so that we can be able to say, hey, it's about that time. Let's get my house in order. And it says it's time for us to wake out of sleep, meaning we have to be on alert. We have to be constantly watching, head on a swivel, which means what? Stay ready so you don't got to get ready. That famous phrase that people say, stay ready so you don't got to get ready. Because when you want to get ready, it's going to be too late. And then that's when the doors of mercy are going to be shut. All of a sudden now all hell breaks loose, and now you want to start repenting. Now you want to call out on the Lord and ask for the forgiveness of your sins. Now, right now, the Lord is saying it's time to wake out of sleep. All right, I'm going to jump over now to the book of Luke 21. And I'll read verses 25 through 28. "And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring." And perplexity basically gets into confusion, not having any understanding, not knowing what's going on. And you can see that's what's going to happen concerning that bill if it gets passed up there in Canada. Because it's not just us, even Christians, they're starting to get out there and they're starting to try to copy us and get out there on the street corners and teach, right? Or just in general. No more reading the Bible in public, no more sharing your public views on the Bible. A lot of people are going to be confused. Why is this happening? They're already asking, why are they even thinking about this? Doesn't the U.S. have, doesn't Canada, I guess, have more important things to look after? Why is this at the top of their list? Well, we know why, but it's going to bring perplexity and basically confusion to a lot of other people. But our job is not to be caught off guard. It's to understand that these things were all prophesied and that we're not going to be out there forever. There will be a famine of the word. And once again, when it happens, right? If the bill doesn't get passed, it doesn't get passed, whatever. It doesn't mean that famine of the word won't happen. It will. It'll just be in a different way. And when it happens, it happens. Same with anything else. Right? 26 says, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud or a chariot with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. So we see that Esau is putting in these different regulations to try to stop what we're doing, because we're the main ones. I mentioned the Christians and them getting out there, but they're just trying to mimic us because they see that we're getting a following. And it's not like we're after numbers, but people are watching, and that includes them. So they say, hey, let's also get out there. Like where we camp over here in Silver Spring, Maryland, every other week, we get out there during the weekday, that is. And there's this Christian, I guess, church group, whatever, and they come out right down the street, right across from us, all of a sudden randomly. Now, why'd they choose the same day that we go out? Then they chose the same exact location. That ain't no coincidence. But the scriptures tell us to look up, for our redemption draweth nigh. We see all these things happening, right? So we're the main ones out there preaching. Esau is trying to come out with regulation to get us off the street, And it's going to come down even harder. Like, that's just the beginning. Don't fret when there's other regulations talking about, hey, how worse can it get, right? They're already talking about jail time, but hey, the death penalty. We'll call it straightforward. That's going to come too for hate speech. You saying this, you saying that. Is this what you believe? Going to make us testify. All right, boom, death penalty. Just like that. But we were warned. So that's how we know that we're living in the end days right now. This is the book of, probably end here. No need to make the video long. 1 Peter 4. Right, and you see the subtitle that says, share the sufferings of Yahushai. 1 Peter 4 verse 12 says, beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. But rejoice, inasmuch as ye are partakers of Yahushai's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. Now the point is at verse 12, the first verse we read. It says, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial. We're going through some minor trials right now with finances and your job situation, your woman, your family, your friends, whoever you may run into, different encounters, right? But this is all to prepare us for that big and final moment, because Jacob's trouble is going to be a huge trial within itself. But then within Jacob's trouble, you have the hour of temptation, when that micro CHIP is really pushed and made mandatory. That's that real fiery trial. And that's what we're coming into right now. Jacob's trouble, really. We'll just call it that, just to sum it all up, because so much will happen in that time. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a huge trial. We're talking about famine. Talking about not, potentially not knowing where you're sleeping. Hell, you won't. Not knowing where you're going to be the next day. Not knowing what's going on within the next few hours. Right? All these things. It's going to be a huge trial, but the Lord is saying, think it not strange. Why? Because we've been warned. Now, of course, the smart thing would be, when that bill is passed, just to stop teaching out there on the highways and byways. Right now, you make your YouTube videos or do what you can online until that gets taken away, right? So be smart about it, obviously, but we're just stating for the purpose of this video, when it comes, it comes. Don't think it's to be strange, we were warned about it. I'll read verse 14. If ye be reproached for the name of Yahushai, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of God resteth upon you. On their part he is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified. And that's what they're doing. Now they're coming down, trying to stop us from teaching, all because they don't look at Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai as good or righteous. He's not positive. It's not an optimistic message for them. So he's evil spoken of on their part, but on our part, he's glorified. Getting locked up, just like the apostles. You read all throughout the book of Acts how they were beaten, and, they were persecuted, going to different places, different cities, and they left, went somewhere else. Well, that's the Lord being glorified on their part, and it's the same thing in these days right now. People talking down on us, making up lies. It's going to get to a point where they have false witnesses saying certain things, testifying against us, like I said, in court. It's all right. Think it not strange. Don't fret. We were warned about it. When it comes, it comes. Our job is just to stay prepared. Right? So I just wanted to make this video, and push out that mentality, because it's all about your mindset. It's all about your mindset. So it's very important to ask the Lord to increase our faith and to strengthen our minds. So I pray that this was edifying to the elect. Call Haloyim Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.